It's Nhi here. My family just got back from Jamaica, and I would like to share with you some experience and tips that I have learned from it. If you plan to visit this place in the future, you may want to check this out. And if you had visited this place before and got some tips to share, please comment below because I love to hear from you. Now, are you ready? Let's go. Before traveling to any destination, you may want to check if it is safe to go, especially during the pandemic. You may wonder if there's any restrictions and how the COVID testing is and more. I usually travel with United Airlines, so I go to their website and see what's open for travel. I'm sure that other airlines' websites may have this helpful information too. As you can see from the website, you can check I am fully vaccinated or uncheck if you are not, and then type the destinations where you want to go, and then they will tell you what the requirements are. As you can see, when I type Jamaica, it's open for travel, but you need two things. Number one is COVID-19 test, and number two is forms or applications. You can also check the level of COVID case from the CDC website. Now let's talk about number one, COVID-19 testing. From Houston, Texas to Jamaica. According to Jamaica government website, all traveler aged 12 and up, regardless of nationality, are required to show a negative test within 3 days of travel date. Per CDC website, they specify 1 day and 3 days rather than 24 hours and 72 hours because using 1 day and 3 days windows, the test acceptability does not depend on the time of the flight or the time of the day that the test sample were taken, which is very flexible for travelers. You can use test day calculator from this website. If you want to double check, just type the day travel and they will give you the earliest day to provide a test sample. We got the PCR test at CVS pharmacy and we got the test result the next day. They send you a text message and an email when it's ready. You don't have to have a MyChart account with CVS or Minute Clinic to get the result. However, you have 24 hours to print it out. So for the flights from Jamaica back to the US, effective on and after November the 8th, 2021, before boarding a flight to the US from a foreign country, all air passengers 2 years old and older are required a negative test within a time period based on the vaccination status. So if you are fully vaccinated, you have the test no more than 3 days. But if you are not fully vaccinated, the test must be no more than 1 day. For COVID testing in Jamaica, before you travel back to the United States, I would recommend you to stay with the hotel or resorts that provide a COVID testing on site. That way, you don't have to go anywhere else, and it's easier for you to communicate with them to get the result. So we got the test 3 days before we travel back to the United States. However, when we got to the airport and when we tried to check in with the Spirit airline, the lady marked a no to my son and my daughter because they are not fully vaccinated, and the test results in 3 days before we travel. It has to be 1 day before we travel. So luckily we print out a new informations from the CDC website, and I also highlight the key information that children between the age of 2 and 17 who are not fully vaccinated may board a flight to United States with the negative test no more than 3 days instead of 1 day if they travel with a fully vaccinated parents or guardians. So after she had a conversation with her managers for about 15 minutes, so she came back and she said, okay, so your kids are good to go. So yeah, make sure you check the CDC website more often before you travel. Also, print out all the information, highlight them, do whatever you can, just in case. Number 2, travel authorizations. For non-residents, you can submit the applications within 7 days period before the intended day of travel. If you got the approval, in most of the case, you should be able to receive the travel authorization within 5 minutes through the email. The applications are basic questions just like your name, address, where you stay in Jamaica, how long you intend to stay, and who are you going with. After that, you have question and information for immigration custom form. The applications must be submitted for each person. So for example, we have 5 adults and 2 kids, so I have 7 applications. I can use one email for all the applications, but I have to select options that I filled it out on behalf of my kids or my father for a reasons and the relationship between you and the person you try to help to fill it out. It took me almost like 2.5 hours to finish because we travel together. So they want all the travel passport number, date of birth, address, phone number. So yeah, it's a little bit time consuming. So besides the 2 main things that we need to do before traveling to Jamaica, you should bring all the original COVID vaccination records. You may want to copy or take a picture from your phone, just in case. The same thing with the negative COVID test results. And that's all I have. I hope you find this video helpful. And if you'd like to know more about where I stay in Jamaica, I have another video for it. Well, thanks for watching. Be safe and have a wonderful trip. Bye now.